My name's Marc Hindley. I run a business called Canary Dwarf, which provides web and mobile services for small businesses. Earlier this year, we created a brand called QR Scotland to promote QR codes across Scotland to businesses so that they could find out more about them, what they do, and how to use them in their business to market it, etc. So we'll move on very quickly. We all obviously know what QR codes are because you wouldn't come to an event unless you didn't know what it was about, but you want to find out more. These little black and white symbols that keep appearing in shops, magazines, things like that. So what are they? Well, they're two-dimensional barcodes, basically. And if we think about the barcodes that you get on your groceries, they hold numerical data and not much else. QR codes will hold alphanumerical data that includes characters, letters, numbers, and symbols, punctuation marks, etc. Which means we can put URLs in them, website addresses, things like that, and other sorts of text instructions. We can link them to websites, we can link them to text messages, we can link them to phones, so we can automatically prompt a phone call from a QR code, prompt an SMS text message, or just a block of text, basically, in response to a QR code. But the most exciting thing about it is the website, launching a website. We can link them to apps. So if you've got an app for your business, we can launch straight into the app, and we can also link straight to videos. They're great for advertising, information, entertainment. They don't have to be a commercial, they don't have to be have a sales message. They can support what you do as a business, whether it's a commercial business or an information provider, for example, or an entertainment business. They're platform independent, so it doesn't matter what kind of phone you've got, as long as it's a smartphone, the QR codes will work on it. You need a third-party app, and they are free. They're all free. There's hundreds of them out there. Some are better than others, and I'd be happy to give people recommendations. We'll talk a little bit about the mobile web, because really this is what it's all about. The QR codes are just a means to an end. QR codes link us to the mobile web. They can't take us to a desktop site because desktops don't have cameras, and people don't use their webcams to link to QR codes. They use smartphones. And the mobile web is very important to us as businesses in general. And this is Google, what they're saying about mobile web. Google have put a lot of effort into mobile web, and this is Eric Schmidt, the CEO. He says it's happening, and it's happening faster. We look at charts internally, and it's happening faster than all our predictions. He obviously got so excited about it, he said it 3 times. But you know, if Google can't predict how much people are going to be using the mobile web, then nobody can. So what benefits can QR codes bring? Well, they're easy and cheap to measure and implement, basically. If you use a marketing company or a company that provides services in QR codes, they obviously charge you, but in general terms, they're relatively easy to deploy. With QR codes, you can have a separate URL for every single campaign that you do, and that's, you know, generally can be 1, or it could even be 50. And each one will give you statistics based on the traffic from an individual advert. It's a guaranteed platform, so you don't have to wonder whether or not people are coming to your website from a mobile device or a desktop device, because every QR code that you use will always go through a mobile device. They'll help you to increase social engagement, partly because you can use them to link to Facebook and Twitter directly. Facebook and Twitter both have excellent mobile websites. The fact that we're sending people to mobile sites generally increases mobile engagement anyway. The tourism sector specifically, we must remember that tourists are always mobile. They haven't got desktops, they might have laptops, but they're always mobile. They'll always have the mobile phones with them. And the more time goes on, the more willing they will be to use them when they're out and about. We all know what it's like using their mobiles abroad, don't really want to do it. But some of us do, and some of them do. They're eager to spend, largely. People might argue with that, but they speak different languages, as we've already covered. They need information, so if QR codes can provide extra information, then it's a good market. And they thrive on recommendations, and I'm thinking here of TripAdvisor. If you can link to your TripAdvisor ratings straight from a mobile phone, then you're giving people good feedback when they're out of their context of having friends and family to ask for recommendations. You can also link to TripAdvisor to leave reviews, so if you're in an establishment that uses TripAdvisor, you can use QR codes to link straight through to your review page, and they can leave a review right there and then. How much does it cost? Well, let's start with free. Okay, we've built a QR code generator where you can generate the codes for nothing. We're going to build into that a premium model so that you can track and analyse it, but for the moment it just allows you to generate them for nothing. Now that might seem a little two-faced me to say you can generate from nothing, but there's no way to analyse it. But you can do that and use your own analysis package like Google Analytics. There's nothing to stop you creating a specific URL, generating a free code generator, and then you're reading the statistics from your own analytics package. The apps are free to download, so there's nothing to stop your customers doing it. You've just got to give them an incentive to do so. Where we come in, or any marketing company, is quality control, and hopefully you'll understand from the things I've been saying here, there's quite a lot more to using the QR codes than just getting the URL and generating it.